Oh boy.
The wall's burning down with the amount of stuff going on. I cannot believe that. I cannot believe that. Just as Stannis offered him
Official Stark title.
status,
What?
became commander of the Night's Watch.
All because Sam believed in him. Sam spoke up and said it, which made other
I wonder
people
what
believe
the
in
other
him.
people feel about the whole thing with him being like with the wildlings. If they're kind of like the wildlings aren't the problem, or if they're just not thinking about the wildling thing at all when it comes to Jon Snow. I'm curious about that because I'm sure that's going to become a problem. Lord of Light?
Pits of Hell. This is where Arya left off last time we saw it, right?
Are they poisoning people? Well, this is a assisted dying facility? It's like a place of worship.
I've been sweeping this floor for days.
Good.
I didn't come here to sweep floors.
No? Why come then?
You said I could be your apprentice. You said you'd teach me how to be a faceless man.
A man teaches a girl. Vala Doiris. All men must serve. Faceless men most of all.
I want to serve.
A girl wants to serve herself. Here we serve the many-faced god. To serve well, a girl must become no one.
Which one's the many-faced god? I see the stranger. I see the drowned god. I see the wayward face.
There is only one god. A girl knows his name, and all men know his gift.
Dead. Guy's dead. Guy that drank though. What is going on? This is an assisted dying facility.
Oh my
where people
jeebus.
go to off themselves.
Where are they taking him?
Arya's just like out of her element completely.
Oh boy.
She's the only one asking questions around here. Has no idea what's going on. She's so pissed about
Oh
Yes, and she is mine from this day until the end of my days.
We are cruising through this. Holy God, there was no lead up to that at all. I mean, literally just the time in the street there. She's pretending to be happy.
Oh yes.
Let's hope he doesn't die.
God.
Did I hurt you?
No, you were lovely.
It all happened so fast.
Yes.
I was scared maybe I hurt you. It sounded
No. You're very sweet. The sweetest king who ever lived.
This is all I want to do. All day, every day, for the rest of my life.
It's such a refreshing thing to see, like a Lannister, not cruel and mistreating, just
to catch our breath.
nice.
There's no rush, is there?
Of course not. Are you hungry? Should I
You're
have them bring you some cake or pomegranate juice?
No, I'm fine. I just want you all to myself. I want to know everything there is to know about King Tommen, first of his name.
King Tommen still sounds strange to me. This Queen Margaery sounds strange to you.
So strange. Husband.
Wife. Sometimes it feels odd. I'm the king. I've married the most beautiful woman in the world. It's all because my brother died.
I understand. But it's not your fault. You know that, don't you? You mustn't feel guilty.
I don't feel guilty. That's what's odd.
Well,
Do
I
you
mean,
like
your
to
brother was
sail?
also very cruel to him as
I
well.
love to sail.
I do too.
I think we're going to be very happy, you and I.
I do too.
Living in a tower so high it touches the clouds. Of course, my grandmother couldn't wait to go home. The capital's not for everyone, I suppose. Does your mother like it here?
I don't think so. She told me never to trust anyone in King's Landing.
It's so wonderful to have her watching over you. A lioness guarding her cub. But you'll always be her baby boy.
I suppose.
I adore her. She's always been so generous with me, so kind. And the horrors she's had to endure. Losing her husband, her eldest child, and her father. It's no wonder she's so protective of you. She'll never let you out of her sight.
He's not
Very
liking that.
much in love.
No.
The first days of marriage are often so blissful. She's certainly very pretty, isn't she? Like a doll. She smiles
It's like,
quite
can
a
you
lot.
shut up already?
Do you think she's intelligent? I can't quite tell. Not that it matters.
Do you ever miss Castle Rock?
There's nothing for me in Castle.
That's where you grew up. You always told me that you
like,
liked
get
it.
outta
They're
here.
better. You said that King's Landing smelled of horse dung and sour
Ready to
milk.
ship her off.
Why are we speaking of Castle Rock?
I want you to be happy, Mother.
Yeah.
I know
Oh
that.
boy.
I know you do. My sweet boy.
But wouldn't you be happier in Castle Rock?
I said, darling, surely 4 times is enough. Are you trying to set a new record? He said, well, what is the record? I'm sure we can break it.
Oh my Lord.
Mother. Welcome.
She didn't stand up for her. She's the
Lovely.
queen.
Marriage agrees with you.
Can we bring you anything to eat or drink? I wish we had some wine for you. It's a bit early in the day for us.
All of her friends in the back are like, ugh.
No, I can't stay. I just wanted to let you know if there's ever anything I can do for you.
You were very sweet. Ecstatic. I really am. Exhausted, to be honest, but what could I expect? He is half lion, half stag.
I'll leave you to it then.
Oh, forgive me. I haven't been at court for long. I get so confused. What's the proper way to address you now? Queen Mother or Dowager Queen?
There's no need for such formalities.
In any event, judging from the King's enthusiasm, the Queen Mother will be a Queen Grandmother soon.
Wouldn't that be a lovely day?
Can you imagine the celebrations? They'll ring the bells all day and night.
Remember, anything you need.
I'm torn. She sounds like she's trying to be nice and actually care about her, but then she's also...
No, they're definitely having a spat together.
Okay, maybe I read that wrong.
They're definitely hates her, and Margaery hates her.
Well, I know Marjorie's acting. I can see it.
Yeah, it's just she's kind of rubbing it in her face, and I think she was trying to get her to say like "my queen" to Margaery, but she didn't do it. Goodness.
What in the... Oh my god.
Yeah, that's what they do with their enemies. Take their skin off.
The North with terror alone.
You can't hold the North if you let these lesser lords insult us.
I sent you there to collect taxes, not bodies.
Lord Carwin refused to pay. Said the Warden of the North would always be a Stark, and he'd be damned if he'd kiss a traitor's boot.
He left you no choice.
I flayed him living, along with his wife and brother. Made his son watch.
And?
The new Lord Carwin paid his taxes.
I hope he gets flayed
I have
alive.
something important to tell you.
I don't know.
Stop eating and listen. We don't have enough men to hold the North if the other houses rise up against us. Do you understand that?
Pact with the Lannisters protects
I had a
us.
pact with Tywin Lannister, and Tywin Lannister is dead. The remaining Lannisters are 1,000 miles away dealing with that fact. They have never once in the history of the Seven Kingdoms sent their army this far north. If you think they will for us, you're a fool. We become a great house by entering into alliances
Leon's also
with other
listening.
houses
He's also
and
getting
parlaying those
intel while
alliances
he's...
into greater power. The best way to forge a lasting alliance isn't by peeling a man's skin off. The best way is marriage. Now that you're a Bolton by royal decree, it's high time you married a suitable bride. And as it happens, I found the perfect girl to solidify our hold on the North.
What? No.
Peter, I am going to kill you myself if you give this.
He's going... Peter, seriously?
That's Moat Cailin.
Oh,
Yes. Bit shabby, isn't it? You've been here before.
On our way down to King's Landing with my father and Arya and...
You're an...
Oh.
You're a dirty freaking slimy...
The Boltons have Winterfell. Your marriage proposal, it wasn't for you.
No.
Bruce Bolton murdered my brother. He betrayed my family.
He did.
He serves the Lannisters.
For now.
I won't go.
Winterfell is your home.
Not anymore.
Always. You're a Stark. Dyeing
Disgusting.
your hair doesn't change that. You're Sansa Stark, eldest surviving child of Ned and Catelyn Stark. Your place is in the North.
I can't marry him. You can't make me. He is a traitor, a murderer.
You're not marrying Roose Bolton. No, you'll be marrying his son and heir, Ramsay. One day he'll be Warden of the North, and you'll... Sansa...
No, you can't make me. I will starve myself. I will die before I have to go there.
I won't force you to do anything. Don't you know by now how much I care for you?
No, you don't.
he knows exactly what they're about.
Listen, you've been running all your life. Terrible things happen to your family and you weep. You sit alone in a darkened room mourning their fates. Being a bystander to tragedy from the day they executed your father. Stop being a bystander. Do you hear me? Stop running. There's no justice in the world
Disgraceful.
unless we make it.
So you want her
You love
to
your
go make
family.
justice with those... Ugh.
So he's marrying them off so Sansa does something from the inside of the Boltons to like kill them.
This is horse.
I don't think Sansa's capable of
No.
doing that. He wants Sansa to go after the Boltons from the inside. Oh my god, it's such a terrible...
Look at your dirty little smirk. Littlefinger always, toying people around. Making others do his dirty work.
I just don't think that's a good idea.
How do we get through there?
We don't. We go around.
It says miles out the way. Lose sight of them.
Doesn't matter. Know where they're going.
Yep. Winterfell.
You're getting a bit old to be a squire. What did you end up squiring for the imp?
He hates that nickname.
Well, he's not here to complain about it, is he?
Still
Squired
defending
for a
Tyrion.
knight named Sir Lorimer during the War of the Five Kings.
Tyrion was
One
good to
night,
him, very good to him.
He had a bit too much to drink, and he was famished, so he borrowed a hand.
Borrowed it?
He wasn't a thief. He was drunk and hungry, and he wasn't thinking.
I was drunk too. He gave me half the ham. Next morning, one of the guards saw him passed out under a wagon with the ham bone still in his hand. Hanged him that afternoon. Tied a noose for me too, but Lord Tywin heard my family name was Payne, so he pardoned me and sent me to King's Landing to squire for his son.
As punishment for both of you.
It didn't seem that way. Lord Tyrion was always very good to me.
Yes, all your lords have been very kind to you, all except me. Sorry you had to squire for such a nasty person.
I'm not sorry. You're the best fighter I've ever seen. You beat the Hound. I'm proud to be your squire.
That's amazing. That's good for her to hear that.
Sorry I'm always snapping at you.
Didn't snap at me, I wouldn't learn anything.
These two.
You want to be a night pod?
Yes.
Starting tomorrow, we'll train with the sword twice a day. Before we ride in the morning and after we make camp in the evening. I'm going to show you how to ride properly.
Thank you.
Can't knight you, but I can teach you how to fight.
I suppose that's more important.
Yes.
Let's start a fire now.
You weren't tonight, but you were a king's guard to Renly Baratheon, weren't you?
Was?
But Tyrion said he was a good man.
Who was?
How did you end up serving Renly?
When I was a girl, my father held a ball. His only living child, so he wanted to make a good match for me. He invited dozens of young lords to Tarth. I didn't want to go, but he dragged me to the ballroom. It was wonderful. One of the boys noticed how mulish and tall I was. They shoved each other and threatened to duel when they thought it was their turn to dance. They whispered in my ear they wanted to marry me and take me back to their castles. Father smiled at me and I smiled at him. I'd never been so happy.
They saw her for her.
I saw a few of the boys sniggering. Then they all started to laugh. They couldn't keep the game going any longer. They were toying with me. Brienne the Beauty, they called me. Great joke. I realized I was the ugliest girl alive. Great lumbering beast. Tried to run away, but Renly Baratheon took me in his arms. Don't let them see your tears, he told me. Nasty little aren't worth crying over. He danced with me and none of the other boys could say a word.
What the
And he
hell?
was the king's brother after all.
Wasn't he Lord Tyrion said he was...
Yes, Pod, he liked men. I'm not an idiot. He didn't love me, he didn't want me. He danced with me because he was kind and didn't want to see me hurt. He saved me from being a joke. That day, till his last day, I couldn't save him in return.
That's why she carries the weight so much.
Yeah.
Nothing's more hateful than failing to protect the one you love. One day I will avenge King Renly.
You said a shadow murdered him. Did you fight a shadow?
A shadow with the face of Stannis Baratheon. I know it was Stannis. I know it in my heart. This is a man, not a shadow. Man killed.
Oh,
Commander.
Chris. Goddamn transitions.
Because he is my steward now. I was Lord Commander moments. I want him to attend my meetings, to learn from men with experience. One day he might command.
Interesting.
Have you considered my offer? I thank you for it. You do me great honor. All my life, I wanted to be Jon Stark.
Say the word and you will be.
I have to refuse you. I'm Lord Commander of the Night's Watch. Place is here.
I'm giving you the chance to avenge your family. Get back the castle where you grew up. To rule the North.
Wish I could fight beside you. Leave me, I do. But I swore a sacred vow at the Godswood. Pledged my life to the Night's Watch.
You're as stubborn as your father, and as honorable.
Imagine no higher praise.
I didn't mean it as praise. I got your father killed.
That's true.
But if your mind's made up, I won't try and dissuade you.
May I ask, Your Grace, how long you plan to stay at Castle Black?
Are you bored of us already?
You saved us from Mance Raider's army. We will never forget that. It's a question of survival. The Night's Watch can't continue to feed your men and the wildling prisoners indefinitely. Winter is coming.
I know it. March on Winterfell within the fortnight, or the snows trap us here.
And the wildlings?
They'd rather burn than fight for me, so be it. I leave their fate to you. You could execute them, that's the safest course.
I knew he was gonna do that. He was gonna take them or burn them. I freaking
Or
knew
you could
this
see
shit.
if this Torment fella's more willing to compromise than Mance ever was. Assume the brothers of the Night's Watch would rather see the wildlings
He
dead.
died for nothing.
Most of the brothers, yes. There's little love for the free folk here.
You're the Lord Commander. Your decision. You have many enemies in Castle Black. Have you considered sending Alistair Thorne elsewhere? You in command of Eastwatch by the Sea.
I heard it was best to keep your enemies close.
Whoever said that didn't have many enemies.
He sees something in you. It might be apparent from his tone. It's the truth. He believes in you.
I'm sorry I disappointed him.
King is a complicated man. He wants to do what's right for the Seven Kingdoms.
As long as he's ruling them.
He's the one true king. He has a blood right to that throne.
I've sworn to stay clear of the politics of the Seven Kingdoms.
Have you now? Does the Night's Watch vow go again? You've got it memorized since you got here.
Night gathers and now my watch begins.
No, not that bit. The bit at the end.
I'm the sword in the darkness, watcher on the walls, shield that guards the realms of men. I pledge my
Right,
life.
that's enough. The shield that guards the realms of men.
Oh my
That's what you
god.
swore to be. I'm not a learned man, but the best way to help the most people might not be sitting in a frozen castle at the edge of the world. This might mean wading in the muck, getting your boots dirty, doing what needs to be done.
And what needs to be done?
As long as the Boltons rule the North will suffer. Just one man's opinion.
I hope he's able to decide something.
What do you want? Who are you? What? You, who walk in here with a coin you never earned, whose value you do not respect. Who are you?
No one.
A lie. A sad little lie. Who are you?
I told you, I'm not again!
Who are you?
We're about to find out.
What are you doing?
We're only playing. Game of faces.
Girl is not ready.
Clearly not.
I am ready.
For what?
For whatever you want. To be a faceless man. To be no one.
Are you sure about that?
Whose sword
Yeah, are
is
you
that?
sure about that?
It belongs to Arya Stark. Arya Stark's sword, Arya Stark's clothes, Arya Stark's stolen silver. A man wonders, how is it that no one came to be surrounded by Arya Stark's things?
Hold on. So she has to leave her personality? Is that what?
She can't be Arya Stark. And the soul.
Really? How's it?
The sword?
Oh, that's really what she wants. That's a big thing to give up.
You hear the Stark theme in the back.
She couldn't do it.
Yep.
I mean, that's her brother. Give her that. She's giving it up in a way.
She's holding it onto it from somewhere. Still don't know what's going on. Like, I kind of understand it, but I kind of don't. But just like, prepare the dead.
What do we do with them after we wash them?
She's gonna figure it out.
Yep.
Yeah, they're gonna drift that the entire season. That storyline. He cannot. I don't think he can handle seeing her again.
Lady Sansa, welcome.
Bolton.
I introduce my son, Ramsay Bolton.
An honor to meet you, lady.
We got some jealousy.
Bring you a bowl of hot water. You must want to wash.
Thank you.
Welcome home, Lady Stark. No, 3 members.
Yeah, they're all like, everyone's waiting
Yes.
to like backstab the Bolt.
Sam, Mr. Raymond. He apologizes for not being here. Not feeling well. We took care of him.
Brothers, you all know too well, it's long past time to dig a new latrine pit. First Builder Yarwick and I have decided to appoint a latrine captain to oversee this crucial task. Brian, seems like a good job for a ginger. Sir Alistair, you have more experience than any other ranger at Castle Black. Proved your valor many times over while defending the wall from the wildling attack. Name you first ranger. Jealous. Giving you Commander Greyguard.
Greyguard is a ruin.
Yes, the fort is in a sorry state. Restore it as best you can. First Builder Yarwick can spare 10 of
I
his...
was charged with the defense of King's Landing when you were soiling your swaddling clothes. Keep your ruin.
He's giving you command of a whole castle.
that.
Mistake me, my lord. It was a command, not an offer. Your arms and armor, say your farewells, and ride for Greyguard.
Will not go meekly off to freeze and die. It's one of the fools who cast a stone for you. I will not have it. Did you hear me, boy? I will not have it.
Are you refusing to obey my order?
Oh.
You can stick your order up your
Do you understand who his father is?
Or Janice outside. Lee, bring me my sword.
What the fuck?
Both thought he had no consequences for his actions.
He just told him with his face, you're an idiot. Yeah. Yeah. He don't give a shit about you.
So dumb. So dumb.
You want to hide behind the wall just like he did it in the
This isn't frightening. He's going to execute your ass.
friends. Important friends in the capital.
Who gives a no
You
one.
are thousands of miles away from the capital. What are you talking about? This man was not for this world. He just survived long enough. And he needed to do it. Like, he can't have people questioning
Yeah.
his authority.
If you have any last words, my lord, now's the time.
Wrong. Lord Commander, we all serve you. I'm sorry, not only for this, for all I've done and said. It was wrong.
Nope.
My lord, please, mercy. Go, I will.
He's not gonna give him mercy. I know it.
I'm afraid.
If he did,
I've always been
so
afraid.
hard, but like if he did. Yep. Yeah, Stannis
I mean, he has to do it. He's Lord Commander. Like, he has to. He can't just say things and.
You have served us well, my son.
Thank you, Father.
Which of the 7 will you worship today?
The maiden.
Is the maiden?
And the stranger.
Who is extra, you realize?
Yes, yes.
What are you doing?
Whoa,
This
whoa.
establishment belongs to Lord Peter Baelish. You can't...
You have profaned our faith, the faith of our fathers and forefathers.
I am the High Septon of the...
You are a sinner, and you shall be punished.
Ooh, owie. Wait, so the punishing them because they went to the brothel?
Well, he's like the actual, like, Pope.
Oh.
Grace, Grand Maester, Lord Tyrell.
It doesn't matter.
The High Septon of the Faith of the Seven, I give voice to the will of the gods and am their foremost servant in this world. Insult to me is an insult to the gods. An assault on my person is an assault on our very religion.
You were assaulted.
I was, by those fanatics who call themselves Sparrows. Humiliated me, they beat me, they left me naked and bleeding on the cobblestones. I am lucky to be alive.
I heard this assault began in Littlefinger's brothel.
High Septon, this is a rather shocking thing to hear. I tend to both the highest born and the lowliest amongst us. Even prostitutes may earn the mercy of the mother.
So you were ministering to the needs of these devout prostitutes?
A man's private affairs ought to stay private.
What do you want from us, High Sept?
Yes, he does
Justice
it too.
asks that you protect our faith by arresting these criminals and throwing them in the black cells. I ask that you execute their leader, this so-called High Sparrow. He is a threat to everything we hold sacred. If he goes unpunished...
Then where do I find this man? It's High Sparrow.
Don't think this is a good idea, Your Grace.
Nonsense, Cimmerian. These are deeply religious people. Where can I find the High Sparrow? Young man said I'd find the High Sparrow back here. Where is he?
High Sparrow. Sounds ridiculous, doesn't it? Like Lord Duckling or King Turtle. It's meant to. We're often stuck with the names our enemies give to us. The notion that we're all equal in the eyes of the 7 doesn't sit well with some, but they belittle me.
7 blessings to you.
7 blessings to you, my dear. It's only a name. Quite an easy burden to bear. Far easier than hers.
No shoes.
Because I gave them away to someone who needed them more. We all do that. It stops us from forgetting what we really are.
Or you came to King's Landing. Remind everyone.
Everyone. It's a hard enough job reminding myself. I tell them no one's special, and they think I'm special for telling them so.
Is that right?
It would be comforting to believe that, wouldn't it? God sent you here to tempt me. Hope not. I'd assumed you'd only come here to arrest me for that incident with the High Septon.
An unacceptable way to treat the chosen representative of the gods in this world, wouldn't you say?
Hypocrisy is a boil. Dancing a boil is never pleasant. Although they could have been more careful with the blade.
The High Septon came to speak to me today. He doesn't want me to arrest you. He wants me to execute you.
Wouldn't presume to know your thoughts on the matter.
Who is this guy?
My thoughts on the matter are in line with your own. High Septon's behavior was corrosive, as was his attitude. Having a man like that reside in the Sept eats away at the faith from the inside. And now he resides in the Red Keep dungeons instead. Faith and the crown are the 2 pillars that hold up this world. One collapses, so does the other. Must do everything necessary. Protect one another.
Mix what?
Is going on? Why does he suspend the rats?
Great.
Send a raven with this message to Littlefinger at the Eyrie or wherever he's slithering about.
Once, Your Grace.
How's your work coming along?
Very well.
Made progress?
More than I expected. Still a way to go, but...
Very good. I'll leave you to it then. Make sure Littlefinger is clear on the meaning of the word immediately.
Oh.
Easy, friend.
Jesus Christ.
What is going on?
I called him Dr. Frankenstein for a reason.
Thought that guy was dead behind him. They were...
Sing on friggin' beheaded people, rats.
She really is lovely. Hope I can make her happy.
Hope so too. Become quite fond of Lady Sansa during our travels together. She suffered enough.
Never hurt her. You have my word.
I don't believe you for a goddamn minute.
Very little about you. Makes you quite a rare thing, as lords go.
I haven't been a lord very long. I was a bastard.
You're not anymore. Have me a moment alone with Lord Baelish.
Yes, Father. And thank you, Lord Baelish. I'm forever in your debt.
More information for Lord Baelish.
He seems pleased.
Shouldn't he be?
I assure you she's still a virgin. Tyrion never consummated the marriage. By the law of the land, she is no man's wife. Inspect her if you must.
I leave that to the brothel keeper. It's her name I need, not her virtue.
Then I have delivered everything I promised.
You're prepared for the consequences. The Lannisters here I've wed Sansa Stark to Ramsay.
The Lannister name doesn't mean what it once did. Tywin is dead. He kept his house in power through sheer will. Without him, there's one hand and no allies. Tommen is a soft boy, a king to fear.
Queen will be enraged.
Queen Margaery adores Sansa. Cersei is Queen Mother, a title whose importance wanes with each passing day.
And yet she's still his friend. In important places whom she can ask for favors. Message for you, Cersei Lannister. Rider arrived from the Eyrie shortly before dawn. Apparently she thinks you're still in the Vale.
Message from me, you say. Strange that the seal is broken.
I'm sure you understand my position, Lord Baelish. If you receive word in the night from the Queen Mother, make me question our new alliance. Lannisters made you one of the great lords of Westeros. But here you are in the north, undermining them. Why gamble with your position?
Pretty ambitious move is a gamble. You gambled when you drove a dagger into Robb Stark's heart. It appears that your gamble paid off. You're Warden of the North.
I had Tywin Lannister's backing. Who supports me now? You?
The Eyrie is mine. Last time the Lords of the Eyrie formed an alliance with the Lords of the North. Brought down the greatest dynasty this world has ever known. To borrow one of your birds. Cersei will expect a reply.
I'd like to read the reply.
And stir crazy being... That's a cool window.
I have to get out of this wheelhouse.
Volantis is a large city.
I have to get out of this wheelhouse.
The likelihood of you being spotted here increases 100-fold.
I have to get out of this wheelhouse.
I'm not sure how many new ways I can find of saying this.
I will not be of any use to Daenerys Targaryen if I lose my mind. I can't remember the last face I saw that wasn't yours.
It's a perfectly good face.
I'm losing my mind.
If anyone recognizes you, you'll lose more than that.
Look, we are thousands of miles from Westeros. What am I? One more drunk dwarf.
Come on, hold it. Hand just hanging about.
Yes. Volunteer masters are very organized.
Hand just hanging about.
Flies for dung travelers,
It wasn't
for
funny,
builders,
sorry.
ears for whores.
The only red priest we had in King's Landing was Thoros of Myr. This one's much better looking. Stone men. Luck stopping the spread of grayscale with prayer. Have better luck dancing away the plague. Going to meet the Savior. You should have told me. Who doesn't want to meet the Savior? Come on, let's find a brothel. Blend right in. 2 more travelers, mad with lust.
Curious. Yeah.
Mother of Dragons.
That's funny.
Appears you're
That
not
is
the only
hilarious.
I don't know if it's funny.
Someone who inspires priests and whores is worth taking seriously.
What makes you worth that much?
And magic.
I'll bet you bloody are.
He's losing his mind.
He's just upset about it.
She's taken. Where are you going? I need to speak to someone with hair. No need to worry. It's just... Oh, you're someone else. Show's almost over. Sure there are girls inside who'd be happy to oblige. You've made some kind of mistake. Why don't you tell me what you think you're doing and then...
What the
Taking you to the Queen.
Jorah, what do you think you're gonna get out of this? He's gonna... Oh. He's gonna...
I, for a second, thought he was gonna yeet him over that wall.
If you liked the video, please like and subscribe. It helps us get recognition on our videos, and we'll react to more in the future. Thank you.